Now, from Into Tomorrow, this is an ITTV special report.
Our next guest is from a company that is a leader in household appliances. I certainly know them for over the years with vacuum cleaners. I know the name will sound familiar to most of you as well. Appliances for professional use, in addition to many other things they're involved in. The Senior Vice President for Product and Brand with Electrolux is Robert Jan Galema. Robert, welcome Into Tomorrow.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you. A lot of folks here at IFA, the last couple of years especially, have gotten very involved in appliances, and they've become very interesting with many exhibitors here. How is Electrolux contributing to the appliance side of technology at this show?
At the moment, well, we have quite a number of novelties to announce, and from Electrolux point of view, it's also exciting that our President and CEO, Keith McLaughlin,
was one of the main keynoters here, yeah?
Was one of the keynote speaker. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's nice to divert a bit on that, to explain how Electrolux looks on the world, on our role in technology, but also the role on how appliance makers should or could play in that world.
That's a good point, because not only Electrolux being a global company and becoming even more popular, I think, in the U.S. with new products that you guys are coming out with.
I think we are the most global appliance company. We are the only company globally also active both on the professional side as well as the consumer side.
Now, when you talk about professional appliances, how does that differ from consumer appliances? Are they different kinds of machines, or that they perform the same tasks but more industrial use? Or?
Well, in the end, you know, there's a lot of similarity of technologies being used. But what is more important is not the technology as such. And that's exactly what Keith has spoken about earlier. The whole idea is what we see globally is that the consumer is changing. Because of globalization, because of the network society, you could say, actually consumers sometimes move a bit faster than our business plans.
That's a good point. And many companies have trouble keeping up. It's a matter of, well, what are the consumers' needs and wants? We better be right there.
Exactly. And we believe that whether it's a professional consumer, whether it's an individual or personal consumer, the whole idea with that is that how do we make sure that we involve them actually in the creation of our products?
Yeah. Well, what are some of the new appliances that Electrolux is showing here at IFA? And let's get into some of the whole idea of this whole appliance industry as well, and how they tie in really very well with a big electronics show.
Yeah. Well, one good example of all this, of how we tune as Electrolux to this, is that, for instance, our Ultra One vacuum cleaner. We have now decided that we let, by internet, people vote on what should be the colors of the editions of next year.
Oh, that's cool.
And by doing so, but that's only one of the elements of how, as a company at Electrolux, we have changed our product creation process. Because we believe that, in the end, it should be much more consumer insight driven.
Yes.
We are fighting a lot of market beliefs. We are fighting a lot of white tsunami in the shops. So together with our trade partners, we try to be close as possible to the consumer. That also means that what we believe is people in the end, yes, they think the technology is important. They think the products are important, but in the end they also want to feel very familiar with the brands that they buy. So as a company Electrolux, we also have sharpened, you could say, our brand portfolio strategy.
And of course, with your CEO at the keynote here, talking about just that and talking about how consumers are really changing this whole landscape. It's nice from a consumer standpoint to say, I actually have a say in maybe a future product that I want.
That's the whole idea. And I think it's our challenge by doing in-depth insight studies that we also sometimes, I call it, cleverly surprise our consumers.
Yeah.
That we ask other questions than just where do you want to have the button. We ask them what really makes them tick, what really is relevant in their environment. Home visits, understand what they do, but also what they would like to do and they're not able to do.
Sure. And even something as simple as what colors would you like really shows the consumer that here's a company that cares about their needs, because it really is about lifestyle as well. Yeah. Whether it's a vacuum cleaner that does a good job but doesn't really fit their lifestyle because it's not red that they'd like or something.
Yeah. And we have many of those examples also. That last year at IFA we introduced a new collection of the AEG brand. And apparently we're doing a good job as Electrolux, because we got so many design awards and product awards on that range that actually the appliance as such become part of the jewel of the total kitchen, not the kitchen as such. And we are very thrilled with that. And we want to keep doing that. What we announce now at the IFA is extensions to that range, novelties that we do not basically bring one collection of products to the market and wait for a couple of years. Every year we bring extensions and improvements, also in the green area.
A lot of discussion about being green, and why is that so important for a company like Electrolux?
We believe we have to assume responsibility. The end user does not want to feel guilty whether he's buying something green or non-green. We believe that if you buy Electrolux, by definition it's a responsible purchase. That's why we know that sometimes on the numbers, and this part of the trade belief, we are in a rat race. Are we A minus what, A minus such? But on the other hand, we believe that we have to do that. We have to basically bring the best and the most green appliance to the consumer.
And of course it's helping the consumer as well, being more energy efficient, and hopefully in the long run an appliance saving them money is going to get a second look versus an appliance that just does the same job.
That's correct, but I also would like to it's not only about energy.
Yeah.
We have a nice novelty, the AquaSense, which is a water filtration system that actually much faster, much quicker and much cleaner can filter water. That is not only for, let's say, US or Europe an important product, that's also a very important product for the emerging markets.
It is. Well, for more about the cool things Robert and his team are up to, take a peek a little behind the scenes, too, if you will, at electroluxdesignlab.com. But the main site, of course, will also get you there, electrolux.com. And look at the cool products, see the input that they're seeking from their consumers as well. And perhaps you can be instrumental in helping design a future product, you might say, into tomorrow.
More than welcome.
All right. Thank you, sir. And, of course, when you visit intotomorrow.com, links to all of our guest sites and videos from all of the interviews, we'll see you there. Intotomorrow.com. We're back with more from Berlin, Germany. I'm Dave Graveline on Into Tomorrow.